Through the 4th grade worksheets for lesson 32, I believe. And so this is the first worksheet that you're given. It says for 1, 2, 3, give the probability of each event using the spinner. So I'm going to do number 1 and 2 with you. Number 1 says the probability of getting a 1. Okay. So if we look at the spinner, we can see that it is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 equal parts. So all of these probabilities are going to be over 10. Now, we're seeing the probability of getting a 1, and if we count, there's 1, 2, 3 spaces that there are 1s. So it is a 1 out of 10 probability that you will get a 1. Oh no. So this one would be 1 out of 10. Number 2 says probability of getting a 1, 2, and a 3. So what we're going to do is we have the probability of getting a 1. So let's do it to the side. Probability of getting a 2 is 2 out of 10 because there are 2 2s on the spinner, and probability of getting a 3 is a 1 out of 10. So we add these up and we get 4 out of 10, which you can simplify into 2 out of 5. So next we have find the elapsed time between 10:35 a.m. and 4:17 p.m. Okay, so first let's find the time between 10:35 and 11, which is 25 minutes. And now we're at 11, so 11 to 12 we know is 1 hour, and 12 to 4 is 5 hours, or like added up with 11 to 12. They're 5 full hours. Hold on, I should write this somewhere else. This is minutes. And over here, 4 to 4:17 is obviously 17 minutes. So we have 5 hours. Looks like an N. And so it's at this 42 minutes, which is answer B here. Okay, let's do number 6. Number 6 says 7 times 8 equals what minus 4? So we know that 7 times 8 is equal to 56, right? Now this blank can't be 56 because it has to be 56 minus 4 has to equal 7 times 8. So if we add 4 to both sides, now we get x equals 60. And you can check that. 60 minus 4 is 56, which is 7 times 8. The next page that we have says, all furniture stores sell sofas made of vinyl, leather, or cloth. Each kind of sofa comes in green, blue, or black. Make an organized list. How many sofa choices are there? So I'm not going to make an organized list, but I think you should do so. Essentially how you do this kind of problem is you say, okay, well there's 2 categories. We have the material and also the color. So you have 1, 2, 3 materials and 1, 2, 3 colors. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Okay, number 2 is just counting money, and number 3, we'll do this one. So Miss Landry wants to use string to show where the size of her garden will be. Use a diagram to find the number of feet of strings she needs. So some key things to note. She wants number of feet. So feet. So basically she wants to line this garden in string. So we have to find the perimeter or the outside. If this part is 10, that means that this is 10. If this part is 3, that means that this is 3. So we have 10 plus 10 plus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 26. And that's 26 yards. And we know that 1 yard has 3 feet. So if we multiply it by 3, we get 78 feet. Next, we have some more. I'm going to do number 4 and number 7 here. So it says 5 students played basketball. Bob, Mike, and Jill scored 8 points each. Lynn scored half as many points as Chris. The total number of points scored was 54. How many points were scored by Lynn and Chris? So if they scored 8 points each, we know that 8 times 3 people is 24, right? So already we can take that off of the total. Now these 30 is the number of points scored by Lynn and Chris. And if Lynn scored half as many points as Chris, and both of them added up was 30, I can go, if 30, and we can split it up into 3, and so Chris would get 20 and Lynn would get 10, because that ratio, the 1 to 2 ratio, can be easily applied to 30. So 10 is Lynn and 20 is Chris. Okay, so for number 7, we have 36 divided by 4 equals something times 9. 36 divided by 4 is equal to 9, right? So we easily know that 9 times 4 is equal to, oh no, that's not true. So what they're asking is, and now obviously the answer is 1. Okay, so look at the bag of marbles and the spinner at the right. I'll do one of these. So which colors are you unlikely to pull out from the bag? So we have 4 reds, 5 oranges, and 6 blues. So obviously the most unlikely would be red. Running out of time. So I'll just go the next page. The directions are on here. Right, likely, unlikely, or equally likely for the events. I'll do one of them, or 2. Tossing a 4, tossing a 6 on a cube labeled 1 to 6. Okay. So a cube labeled 1 to 6 means that it has 6 sides, 6 equal sides, and each one is labeled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And so tossing a 4 and tossing a 6 doesn't matter which number is higher or lower, because they're all equal probabilities. They're all just labeled differently. So number 5 says spinning an odd number on a 6-part spinner labeled 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So we know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An odd number would be 1, 3, 9, and 15. So it'd be 4 out of 6, so it is pretty likely. If it's over half, then it is pretty likely. And 3 is half. And so I think that's where we'll end it for today.